Hello there, welcome back. Okay, so this is just a bit of a general video with a few things that I thought you might quite like to know. So, first of all, when you create a new page, okay, if you go into, I've talked to you about these custom apps down here. Okay, we're just going to have a quick look at these custom apps. Now, obviously, the event app is now showing because I created a test event, but before, all you would have had were these blank apps with this little plus button next to them. If I go into Manage and Edit Page, okay, and go down to the apps section, then you will automatically always be given photos, events, notes and video, okay, as standard apps. Now it doesn't mean that they are added to your page. If we actually click view page and open the link in the new tab, then you can see down here that they're blank. Yeah, we've got nothing there. If I click that little plus button, I could actually add notes or videos on there now if we want. We've already got photos and events showing. I could now add notes or videos from there, okay? Or I can go back to edit videos and I could go into, say, not edit videos, sorry, view page, and I can look at notes, I can edit settings, and I can add it from here as well. Okay, so I can just click that little add button, and now that is going to show on my page. So if I now refresh the page, and go back to the test page, whoops, gone out of there, and come back down to my apps, now all of a sudden notes is showing as well. Okay, and notes is just a way of putting articles on Facebook. Okay, notes is actually a really cool little tool. Just a quick tip for you: if I click on notes, if you write a note in here, so let's say you've got a blog post, if you actually copy your blog posts in here, and just keep them. If you go back to settings, let me just go back to settings of notes. If I go into edit settings, right, and if you look at additional permissions, I can untick publish this content to my wall. It's entirely up to you. You can either have your note publish on your wall, or if you just want your blog post to publish on your wall, you can turn that off. Either way, by using that notes tab, you may actually find, because of course it's got the facebook.com before it, and that's like the second or third largest site now online, that you may find that your note actually hits the top of Google before your blog post does. Yeah, just because it's got facebook.com in front of it. So if you've got good keywords in your blog post and stuff, it may be worth you copying all of your blog posts onto the notes tab on your page. Yeah, it's extra content that you can publish to your page, and you may well get picked up by Google with that as well. So that's just something that you may want to consider. Okay, so that's adding those apps. So they're the apps that kind of Facebook automatically gives you: photos, events, notes and videos. All right. And then what you can do when you go and actually include and create apps, you can move these around. Photos will always be there, it will not move, and you cannot control the photo that's on there. That's going to be the only way you can control it. Sorry, you can control it, but the only way is the last photo that you tagged on your wall. So whatever photo you've uploaded and then tagged on your wall is the photo that's going to show on here. Okay, any of these other guys you can actually move around. So I can basically go up here and I can tick my little pencil and I can say, well, I want to swap position with events. So now all of a sudden my videos are at the front and my events are over here. And let's say I've got other apps down here. So if I just show you by going to, say, the Social Networking Academy, and I've got 24, something else to note, only 12 are going to show on your page. So out of all of your apps that you have, it's only the top 12 that are actually going to show to somebody else on when they come to your page. Okay, so do make sure these top 12 are your best ones. But I could say, for instance, I wanted Pinterest to be in place of Twitter. So all I would do is I would click that little button and I would come down here and I would say, okay, I want to swap position with Twitter, and bang, all of a sudden Pinterest is up here now and Twitter is down there. Yeah, and I can do that with any of these other than photos to swap all these around. Also, the other thing is you know how I showed you from the admin panel how you get into editing your settings. If I edit the page, yeah, you can also actually do it directly from your apps. So if I wanted to change the logo or change the name of my app, I can click on this little pencil here, I can go all the way to the bottom and I can click edit settings from here, and that I can actually change the tab image or the tab name directly from here as well. Okay, So that's just a couple of informational points for you there. Okay, insights will not show until you've got 30 people liking your page. Okay, so insights are not going to show until you've got over 30 people liking your page, and then you'll get your insights. And something to just be mindful of, your messages are automatically switched on when you create a new page. Okay, so if you don't want those messages switched on just yet, you need to go back here and you need to untick that, okay, and then save the changes to ensure that the message button is not switched on yet. That is automatically switched on when you add a new page. Okay, so that's just something for you to be mindful of as well. Something else you may notice, down on your page you've got this little settings button down here, and you've got a down arrow and a few options that you can do here. Now, there used to be a change my username, so even if you had more than 100 fans, because at the moment you can't, or before the timeline you weren't able to change your page name, sorry, not your username, your page name, if you had over 100 fans. But Facebook actually, when they brought in the timeline, created a link where you could actually change your page name, but I believe they got inundated with that, and so they've actually taken it off at the moment. Okay, so that's not there, but they do have this add to interest lists, which I find great. And interest lists are a new way of you publicly saying to people, I've created this list of all my favorite pages or my favorite people or my favorite, you know, whatever. Okay, and I can basically click on add to interest list, and I've created an interest list called social media superheroes. So I'm going to add the Social Networking Academy to that, which I should have done anyway. Always add your own page to your own lists, yeah? Or you can actually create a new interest list from here. Now, I'm not going to go into that in this video because I have actually already made a video about interest lists. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place that video, which is about how to create interest lists, underneath these videos. Okay, so you can go and have a look at that one as well if you want to see how you can go and create interest lists. But this is a fabulous little feature, which means that people now publicly can see all the different things you're interested in and come and subscribe to your lists and be able to get those lists in their news feed. Okay, this is all about getting into people's news feeds, and that's what interest lists are all about. Okay, I'm actually going to leave it there for now on these videos, and you know, look out for more. I'm always delivering lots and lots of little tips and tricks and things like that on the Social Networking Academy blog, on my YouTube channel, and on all my different sort of, you know, on Facebook, on Twitter. Just look out for little tips and tricks and videos and things, because I do like to make my videos. Please remember before you go that the whole point of having a business page is to get seen, to get exposure, to generate leads, to engage and create relationships with potential customers. Okay, so do make sure that you fill your page with interesting content, valuable content, things that are going to help people with their lives, with their business, and help add value to whatever it is they're doing. Okay, and the more value you can add to other people's lives, then the more opportunity that you've got to actually turn your brand, your product, your service into a sustainable and residual income. So I do hope that you have enjoyed our Discover Facebook Pages videos. In the next set of videos, I'm actually going to be showing you how you can utilize our free templates to create these custom tabs. Okay, so these custom tabs here, that we create, I mean, that took us maybe, I don't know, 10 minutes to just put this together. So that's what we're going to show you to do in the next set of videos, exactly how you utilize our free templates to create your own custom tabs that you can fill your page with and generate lots and lots of leads and potential customers with your business pages. So, thanks for listening so far. I do hope you've enjoyed this series. I look forward to seeing you on the next set of videos all about our custom tabs. And as I said, do look out for lots and lots of tips and tricks coming out from me on all my different social platforms and our blog as well. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to speaking to you again very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.